I've heard the same real estate agent when the market is really good. They'll say things like, I can't make any money because the market is so good that people are just putting their houses on the MLS and selling it themselves and they're not using agents. So you want a bad market. Well, no, when the market's bad, nobody's buying or selling and I can't make money in that market. So what you're telling me is you complain when times are good and you complain when times are bad. Your mindset is messed up. You have conditioned yourself to see the negative in any potential situation. What's up, guys? It's your friend Chris Donaldson here, and welcome to another edition of the Office Hours podcast. This is your Monday Manifesto for July 1st, 2019. This week, I want to talk to you guys about something that drives me crazy, and that is complaining. There are complainers in this world. I hear it every single day. And I want you guys to understand that complaining literally is keeping you from achieving the success that you desire. It's keeping you from the happiness that you deserve. Complaining is literally harming you rather than helping you. See, you've got to always sometimes, I said always and sometimes, you always are benefited by looking at the other side of things. So the way I'd like to look at this is, how does it feel to you when you hear somebody else complain to you? So let's say you're in the office and somebody comes over to you. They're like, man, this new system at work, it's different. I like the way things used to be. Oh man, it's so hard to get up and get to work on time. And I just don't understand why we have to answer the phone this way when really I'd rather just do it that way. And man, I'm so tired of all these bills. I mean, on and on and on. Well, if you're on the receiving end, what are you doing? If you play into that, and if you're like, man, I agree. Oh my gosh, yeah, this new system at work. Well, guess what just happened? You got sucked into this whirlpool of negativity that now we've got two people that are going to be unproductive and unhappy rather than one. So what I would suggest to you is to understand that you don't have to complain in order to communicate. And complaining is the gateway to negativity. So if something is truly not going well at work, or there really is a new system that is causing you problems, discomfort, or you just don't like your work schedule or whatever it may be, sometimes you've got to understand that complaining serves nobody, including yourself. And you just got to get over it. I mean, the idea of whining and complaining and thinking that that's going to get me over this thing that I need to get over is completely ridiculous. So rather than complain, maybe you need to communicate. So if I'm going to sit with my boss, or if I have an employee that's sitting with me, I am not going to sit there and let them complain in my office for 10 minutes. Do not confuse this with I don't care. Do not confuse this with I'm not going to listen. What did I say? Rather than complaining, communicate. So as an example, if I have an employee and we've put a new system in place in our business and they don't like it and it's causing them issues or whatever the case may be, they should sit down with me and communicate why it doesn't work for them. And they should also offer me a solution that will work better. That is the antithesis of complaining, because now you're communicating. And for me as a boss, you're offering me a solution to the problem. So I don't have to sit there and listen to you. I don't like it. Well, not liking it doesn't mean you get off the hook. Not liking it doesn't mean you don't have to do it. But if you think it's a problem and you can offer a solution, well, now communicate and offer a solution, and you are going to have my ear. You are going to be a high achiever. You are going to be a lot happier, because let's understand that communication still doesn't mean you're going to get what you want. As the executive, as the CEO, as the decision maker, maybe I'll explain to you, listen, this new system was devised because we did research on the productivity of your department. We thought long and hard. We invested money. We tried 3 different ones, and we settled on this one because, in my experience, we think it's going to be best. So if you're a little bit uncomfortable with it, I would offer that you give it some time. And once you're comfortable with it, we can reevaluate in 30 days and see if there is a better way to do things. Is that fair? So, as an example, what we just did was took complaining and whining, negativity, and a complete lack of happiness. And by you coming to your boss, by an employee coming to me and giving me a communication of what the issue is, and either an offer of a solution or me as the leader doing a better job of communicating the why behind what we're doing, that there's a reason behind what we're doing, that there's a purpose behind this decision. It's not just something we're throwing at you and making you do that has absolutely no reason behind it. So I want to encourage you guys to understand that complaining serves nobody, and especially yourself. I mean, a lot of you guys know it. A lot of my real estate agents out there, I've heard the same real estate agent say things like, when the market is really good, they'll say things like, well, I can't make any money because the market is so good that people are just putting their houses on the MLS and selling it themselves, and they're not using agents. Okay. So you want a bad market. Well, no, when the market's bad, nobody's buying or selling, and I can't make money in that market. So what you're telling me is you complain when times are good and you complain when times are bad. See, your mindset is messed up. You have conditioned yourself to see the negative in any potential situation. You have trained yourself that there is an excuse. That's what complaining is, that there's an excuse for your lack of success and happiness, rather than looking for the solution that will get you over this temporary thing or get you over the hump to the success that you deserve. So that agent should be looking at, well, the agents that are making money in this really good market, what is it that they're doing to make this money? I want to do that. Or when the market is down, there are still agents that are successful. What are they doing, and how can I model that, learn from that, or understand that so that I can succeed? Complaining is just not productive. Nobody wants to hear it. You shouldn't do it. And guys, you will experience more success and more happiness by eliminating this from your diet of your daily habits. All right, guys, so that is the end of today's Monday Manifesto. For those of you that are listening to the podcast for the first time, or if you're a regular listener, remember, we hit the podcast twice a week, and we really appreciate your support. So on Mondays, we do short, sweet Monday manifestos like this, where I just want to communicate something to you, and likely it's something I want to communicate to myself as well. On Thursdays, we do longer form podcasts. And so here in the month of July, I want you guys to know we've got some great ones coming up. This month, I'm doing a series of what I'm calling interviews with influencers. And so I've been having some discussions. I've already recorded some episodes that we're going to release to you on Thursdays this month with some amazing guests that I can't wait to introduce to you. People that you may already know, or some that I want you to know. And so thank you for your support. Thank you for being a part of the podcast community. And where you can find all of the episodes is at the podcast homepage, which is at christalks.com. Just go to christalks.com and you can find the YouTube, the audio, and anything that's podcast related. Guys, please make sure that you engage on social. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at the Chris Donaldson. And as always, because this is free, this is a value add. This is just my gift to you because I want you guys to be happier and more successful. If you get something out of an episode, do two things for me. Share it with a friend and make sure to leave a review on iTunes or anywhere that you get your podcast. That is the only thanks I need, and it means the world to me. So thank you guys for listening. Have an awesome week, and we'll see you guys on Thursday for the next edition of the Office Hours podcast.